Hey there students, in today's video we're going to be talking about how to calculate federal tax withholding. In addition, we're going to go through FICA taxes, state income taxes, and more. So we're going to go through a few different practice problems so you can get a really good understanding of how this concept works. Let's get into it. So the first question here, we're going to go through how to calculate federal tax withholding for the year. So how this works, we're going to look at a sample problem with an income amount. We're going to be looking at a table down here to calculate the actual tax that you would report in the year 2021. So Jake is an employee and he reported $90,450 in income for the year 2021. What is his amount of federal withholding tax for the year? So this is how it's going to work. We look at these tax brackets down here, and we're going to calculate the taxable amount. So the first bracket is 0 to 9,950. So this bracket is only taxed at 10%. So what we're just going to do here, we know it's going to be 9,950. So we'll write in here $9,950. And what this is going to do here, we're going to multiply this times the 10% tax rate. And that's going to equal our tax here. So we'll have 995. That's an easy one. So the next thing we do is we look at the next tax bracket and we take the top number and subtract it from the bottom number, because we're getting the amount in between that we haven't actually taxed yet, right? Because if you think about it, we've taxed 9,950 already. So we got to get the in-between number to get the additional amount we're going to actually get taxed in this second bracket. So we'll go ahead and get your calculator out. We'll take 40,525 minus 9,951, and we get 30,574. So that's the actual taxable amount here, 30,574. We're going to multiply it here times the next bracket, which is going to be 12%. So the next tax bracket is going to be 12% taxed. 12%. And we'll multiply that. And we get 3,668.88. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm just going to round it up just to make it everything so much easier. So it's 3,669. And I'll erase this so it's nice and clean. So 3,669. And we continue, right? Because we have up to $90,450 in income. So we have to go ahead and take the next bracket here. So 86,375, we subtract the lower number to get the in-between amount we actually tax. So 86,375 minus 40,526, and we get the taxable amount of 45,849. That's a 4 there. We're going to multiply that times the next amount, which is 22%. So we take 22% there, and let's go ahead and multiply it. And we get 10,086, but it's .78, so we're actually going to round it up. So we'll do 10,087. So that is going to be that taxable amount there. Now, the next thing here is going to be between 86,376 and 164,925. So we're going to get the in-between amount here as well. However, we're only up to 90,450, so we don't have to worry about up to that number. So all you do is you take 90,450, which is the income amount that you're reporting, and we're going to subtract out the bottom number, which is 86,376. So take the top 90,450, which is our income amount. We subtract the low number, which is 86,376. And the only remaining amount there that's actually taxed is 4,074, and it's taxed at 24%. So we just go ahead and multiply that times 24%, and we get a number. 24. Pretty small number. We're going to round it up as well. So I got $978. So that's it here. So you can see we went through each bracket there to get the taxable amount, multiplied it times the tax rate to actually figure out what's the tax on each section of income. So let's add up these four numbers here. So we'll do 995 plus 3669 plus 10087 plus 978. And that is it. That is going to be his tax for the year. For federal tax withholding, $15,729. And there we are. Not too bad. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next problem here. Okay, so in this next problem here, we're going to be going through a self-employed digital marketing consultant. So she's actually going to generate business income here. And so it's going to be taxed a little bit differently. Go through a few different pieces of this problem. So during 2021, Karen, she's self-employed. She generated $156,000 in revenue. Now, she also had business expenses that you can see here of $43,500. We're going to use this number. Let's first figure out what's her net income for the year. We're going to use that number for the next subset of questions. So to do that, we just take her revenue. So it's $156,000 in revenue. And we're going to go ahead and subtract out, and make sure I have this. Okay, I'm going to subtract out her expenses. So $43,500, and that's 156K or 1,000. Subtract that out and see what we get here. So 156,000 minus 43,500, and we get 112,500. So that's her income. Now we're going to use this number for letter B. So if she received $15,000 in tax deductions, how much did she pay in federal taxes? We're going to use this chart, the one we did before in the previous problem. So before we do that though, we actually have to deduct the $15,000 in tax deductions. We have to deduct that first, then the remainder is what's taxed. So we take 112 here, 500, subtract out 15,000. So let's take a look. 112,500 minus 15,000. $97,500. Okay. Now we're going to use this table just like before. So we'll start here. We'll do the first 0 to 9,950 is 10%. So we have 9,950 times 10%, and we get 995. The next bracket here, we have to just subtract the top number and the bottom number to get the amount that's going to be taxable. So we just take 40,525 minus 9,951, and we get 30,574. Okay, now we multiply that times 12%, right? It's the next bracket, as you can see down here. 12%. Well, what do we get? All right, let's go ahead and round it up. It's going to be 3,669. Now we keep going here because we have a 97,500 we have to get up to. So let's go to the next bracket, which is going to be 86,375 minus 40,526. So 86,375 minus 40,526, and we get 4,589. That's what's taxable. We multiply that times the rate. If you can see down here, it's 22%. So multiply that times 22%, and you get 10, 0, and we're going to round it up. 8, 7. Round that up. Now lastly, we're going to get the amount that's over this number, and you can see, remember, it's 97,500. So we take 97,500 and we subtract out the low end number, which is 86,376. There we go. And we get 11,124. We're going to multiply that times the next bracket, which is going to be 24%. And there we are. And that's going to be 266. Actually, we're going to round it up, so it's going to be 2670. Now we add all these up. I'm just adding these up here from the side and up. I'm actually going from the bottom. So I did 2670 plus 10087 plus 3669 plus 995. And there we go. So this is an important number. We're going to go ahead and save it. 421. What I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to write this. Let me make sure I have this correct. Yeah. We'll just go ahead and keep this number here because I'm going to erase this, and we're going to compare this number to letter C because it's going to change things a little bit. So 17,421. We'll just keep an eye on that. We're going to erase this out. Just got to make room here for the next problem. So I'll just keep that number there. Okay. So now what we're going to do, it says, how much would she pay if she received $15,000 in tax credits instead of deductions? So we're not going to do deductions. We're going to do a tax credit. And how we're going to do that, we actually just start back at this number here and go through the taxes. And at the very end, we're going to deduct $15,000 as a tax credit. Tax credits come at the very, very end after you calculate the taxes. So it's the same process as before, really. We're just going to go back through it, and it's going to be really good practice for you as well. So times 10%, 995, and then if you recall, we're just going to do the same thing as we did before. 40,525 minus 9,951, which is 30,574 times the 12%, just like we did before. We're going to round that number up, which is going to be 3669. And the next bracket, 86,375 minus 40,526. 86,375 minus 40,526. And we get 4,5,849 times the 22%. And we get 10,087. We round that up. And next here, we're actually going to go ahead and get this final number. So 112,500. We're actually going to use that number there, and we subtract out 86,376. And we get 26,124. And again, how I got that number was I took my 112,500, her net income, subtracted the 86,376 because we're in that bracket there. And we multiply that times 24%. And there we go. We get 6, and we're going to round it up to 70. Okay, once you multiply that out, we get 6270. Now let's go ahead and add up these four numbers here. So we have 995 plus 3669 plus 10,087 plus 6270. And we get 21,021. Now we're going to subtract out, remember, this $15,000 in tax credits because you use that tax credit after you calculate your taxes. So subtract out 15,000, and we get 627. No, actually, let me make sure I have this right. Minus, 6021. I was close there. So 6021. As you can see, taking the tax credit elective is way better than deductions. You pay $17,421 in taxes compared to $6,021. This is the much better option using the tax credit. So let's move on here to the next problem. Okay, so for this next problem here, it's going to be 3 parts. We're going to go through federal income taxes, talk about FICA, and then state income tax. So we'll do it one by one. So in this one, Karen generated $340,000 in revenue. Let's go ahead and do her federal income taxes first. Now we've done this a lot already. Let's just keep practicing it so we can make sure we nail it in. So the first bracket, as you know, is 9950. We're going to multiply that times 10%. And that's going to be 995. Now the next one here, take the large number, subtract the small number. So it's going to be 40,525 minus 9951. And we get 30,574. And we multiply that times the next percentage, which is 12%. And we get 3669 rounded up. There we go. The next one, 86,375 minus 40,526. So 86,375 minus 40,526. And we get 45,849. Multiply that times the next bracket, which is 22%. There we go. We get 10,087. Now, the next one, 164,925 minus 86,376, and we get 7,859. We multiply that times the 24%. Let's see what that equals here. All right, 18,852. Round that up. Now, 209,425 minus 164,926. 204,425. Oh wait, 209,425 minus 164,926. There we go. We get 4,499. And we multiply that times the next one, which is 32%. Let's do that, 32%, and we're going to get 14,240. Okay, and the last one here, because we only take the 340,000 that she made minus the 209,426. So 340 minus 209,426. And the last amount is 130,574. Multiply that times the next one, which is 35%, 0.35. And we get 4,570,1 rounded up. Let's add all these up. So we have 995 plus 3669 plus 10,087 plus 18,852 plus 14,420. Let me mess that up there. I'm going to start over. 995 3669 10087 18852 14240. Lastly, 45701. All right, that's a big number. So 93,544. That's going to be her federal taxes. So let's now move on here to the next one, which is going to be her FICA taxes. Okay, so FICA taxes. This one's a little bit easier. So we're focusing here. This is supposed to be B, and that is actually C. So FICA tax is fairly simple. So we know that she generated $340,000, right, in revenue. So we're just looking at what is she subject to for Social Security, Medicare. So Social Security is 0 to 128,000, it's 12.4%. So we know that 128,000, we're just going to multiply that times 0.124. And let's see what we get. We get 15,872. Now, Medicare. So that's going to be 0 to 200,000, 2.9%, and the overage is 3.8. So 200,000. Pretty simple. 200,000 times 2.9%, which is 0.029. There we go, 5,800 for the first bracket. Now, there was an amount over 200,000, right? She made 340, so we do 340,000 minus 200, the amount over, which is 140. You multiply that times 3.8%. So that's 0.038. There we go. Multiply that out and we get 5,320. Okay, so let's go ahead and add those up here. So we have 15,872 plus 5,800 plus 5,320. And there we go. 38,112. So that's going to be the FICA taxes that she'll have to pay. Now lastly, let's go ahead and talk about state income taxes. Okay, so for state income taxes, here's our table right down here. That's just a sample table, so it's not really a specific state, but we're just going to use these numbers for this problem. So take her 130,000 in revenue, we're going to go through each section to get the percentage for each range of income. So we'll start with the first one. $800 because it's 0 to 800, and we just multiply that times 1%. And these will be kind of smaller numbers here. So it's only $8. And just keep going down the line. 3,000 minus 800, the difference, which is 2,200. We're going to multiply that times 2%. There we go, $44. And keep going. So 10,000 minus the 3,000. So that's easy math, right? $7,000. Multiply that, 3%. $210. 18,000 minus 10,000, which is simple math as well, so it's $8,000. Multiply that times 4%. 320. Keep going here. 45,000 minus 18,000. It's going to be $27,000. Multiply that times 5%. we get 1350. 75,000 minus 45. I'm going to move over here to make it easier. So that's actually $30,000 is the difference. Easy math there. Multiply times 0.06, which is 6%. There we go. We have 1,800. And then lastly, the amount over 75,000. Well, she made 130, so we have to go ahead and do 130,000. That's a 3. Minus the 75,000. I'll do that under here. 130,000 minus 75,000. There we go. We have 55,000 times the last, which is 7%. 0.07. And there we go. 3850. Let's go ahead and add these up. So we'll start from the bottom here. We'll do 3850, we'll add 1,800. Go back over here. 1350 plus 320 plus 210 plus 44 plus 8. There we go. 7582. And that is her state income tax. Went through federal income taxes, FICA, and state for that problem. This was a long video, so hopefully you made it through. Went through how to calculate federal withholding taxes, how to calculate FICA, and how to calculate state income taxes. So hopefully this video was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.